Hello, and we are just a few days away from the launch of the QS tour, and I thought today I would come in and I would talk about food addiction, and our programme deals with any kind of addiction at all. So these events, these workshops, these donation-based workshops that begin next Monday are for any kind of imbalance at all. I wanted to talk about food addiction, and we do have one of our guides and certainly one of our workshops, which is the Hertford one. Teresa is the guide in Hertford, and she will be with me in the Hertford workshop, and she will be talking about her journey with food addiction and how she was comfort eating and helicopter going past. She was comfort eating, emotional eating. It's something that actually we're taught to do from a very, very young age. It's something that unfortunately our society encourages. So just think about being a child, and if you are good, then you are rewarded with sweet foods. You're rewarded with sweets, with cakes, with ice cream. If you're a good girl, if you're a good boy, then we'll go and get an ice cream. Oh, let's go and have a treat, and let's go and have pizza. Or I know, I'm 45, and I remember as a kid when McDonald's first came to the UK, and I remember it was a real treat to go to McDonald's, and there weren't many, they were just in London. And we used to go to London, and we used to not be able to get a seat in McDonald's because it was so busy. And this language that we use as well, so we treat ourselves to bad food, is something that we need to address. And I would encourage you to stop using the word treat, because you are not treating yourself at all, and replace that word with cheat. So we call cheat foods naughty foods rather than treat foods, and it's just that 1-2 letter change. Take the T away and put CH instead, and that really describes what you're doing in a far better way. Now, I have always absolutely loved chips, and last night, we haven't got guests in this week, and last night we had chips. And that is my cheat food. It's food that I very, very rarely have, but if I go out, I will eat chips, and I enjoy it, and I don't feel bad about it. It's not something that I do all the time, but I would never say that I'm treating myself. I would say that I'm cheating myself, because my body actually really doesn't work as well as it normally does when I've eaten those kinds of foods. And so it's not a treat in any way. So we're going to be looking at this as well as other addictions. It's not just booze and drugs and fags, it is also food. And there are so many things that just by switching our mindset very, very slightly, we can think differently about ourselves, and we can think differently about the foods that we eat. Now, I like to honour myself and my body and eat foods that are nourishing me, that are supporting me, that are giving me nutrients, giving me energy. I sleep better now that my diet is better. I sleep really well, and therefore I wake up in the morning and I have more energy, and then I make better choices. So I very often like to, when I'm talking about a routine, I'm often saying to people, don't think about your morning routine in the beginning, think about your evening routine beforehand, because you need to have had really good sleep to then wake up early in the morning and to have a really good morning routine. It begins the night before. So I sleep better because I eat better. My body rests better because it's not having to deal with loads of processed foods, loads of Frankenstein foods as we call them, and loads of inflammatory foods like sugar, fried foods, although I did last night, and you know what? I felt different this morning. I didn't feel as good this morning. Hi Cody. I didn't feel as good this morning because I'd eaten chips last night. But I'm not going to not eat those foods ever, and I don't want to be somebody who can't go out anywhere and can't eat in restaurants and can't socialise at all because I don't eat anything. Now, what I do at home is I only eat foods that are very good for me at home. We literally don't have bad foods in the house. It's all about prep. We have foods that are really nourishing in the house, and then when I do go out, then I don't feel bad about having something that may not be really healthy. Hi, Cody. When I go out as a vegan, a little tip here for anyone that wants to eat better, or wants to have an idea about what to eat when you go out. Now, I mean, it's a little bit of a paradox, but when I do go out, I tend to eat a salad and chips. Now, for me, I'm getting my salad, I'm getting my nutrients, but I've always really loved chips. People that know me have known me for a long time, know me as a teenager, will know that I absolutely love my chips. When people were stopping off when I was a teenager, when people were stopping off after the pub or after the club to buy kebabs, I was always getting chips. I've always loved chips, and I still love chips. Now, here at the retreat centre, we have got deep fat fryers filled with coconut oil, and we deep fry sweet potatoes, and very, very occasionally we have, not for our retreat guests, but for us as a family, we would sometimes have deep fried white potatoes in coconut oil. But for our retreat guests, we have sweet potatoes deep fried in coconut oil, and it is amazing. And so, because I'm still getting what I really love, that crispy, potatoey, soft in the middle and crispy on the outside, with oils, and I still get that. So my craving is satisfied, completely satisfied for that kind of food. It's really the only thing that I now eat. I haven't eaten sugar for coming up for 3 years. I haven't eaten sugar. I still do have healthy sugars. I have xylitol and I have coconut sugar. I sometimes have sweet things, but my palate completely changed because I stopped eating sugar. It'll be 3 years in April. But so because my palate changed, I don't crave sweet things, but the chips thing is still a reoccurring thing. So it's my naughty cheat food. Now, I eat it here in a healthy way at home in coconut oil and sweet potatoes, but when I go out to a restaurant, when I'm socialising, I will have the salad and I'll have some chips as well on the side of my salad. And I feel that I've balanced out the cheat meal quite well. So we're going to be having a lot of conversation about food addiction, about comfort eating, and about emotional eating, eating when we're sad, eating when we're stressed, eating at certain times of the month and certain times of the day. When we're triggered, eating, it is exactly the same as others. Their addiction presents as an addiction to alcohol. For some people it's drugs, for some people it's smoking, for some people it's anger and rage, for some people it's food, for some people it's sugar, some people it's sort of flours and sort of very carby foods. So we're all different and we all present in a completely different way, and it's all very interesting. But quantum sobriety deals with all of these different substances and different behaviours in exactly the same way. And what I've personally done is I've gone from drugs. So I started off with smoking, with cocaine, and then I worked with sulfidine and codeine addiction, and I worked with alcohol. And then I worked with sugar and food and comfort eating. So even now I'm working with work addiction is another one, and I'll talk about that on a different day because this live stream is already long enough. I want to try to keep these into quite bite-sized chunks. and I'm doing a live stream every single day. So maybe I'll talk about work addiction. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe another day, I don't know. But you let me know what you would like me to talk about. And please do ask questions about the QS tour. We start on Monday in London, and then we head to Edinburgh on Tuesday the 16th, and then we're in Galway in Ireland on the 18th, Thursday the 18th. And then we're in Sheffield on Saturday the 20th, and then we're in Margate on Tuesday the 23rd. We're in Oxford, 2 days in Oxford. We've got 2 workshops in Oxford on the 25th and the 26th, and then we're in Hertford, which we're really going to be looking at food addiction in Hertford with Teresa, and that is on the 27th. That's the last workshop of the tour. So ask me questions, and I'm really looking forward to meeting many of you who are already in the programme. Lots of people coming on, have booked on already, who are already within the community and really sort of taking their own work to the next level, to meet us, to meet the team, the QS team, and to take it to the next level, really. And then also we've got a ton of people who we've never met before, who are brand new to QS. So it is for you, whether you are already in our community or not, and it is for you if you are experiencing an imbalance with food, with alcohol, with drugs, with your emotions, with work, with relationships. I'll do a live stream on relationships as well. I know that I have been addicted to many relationships that I've been in, that I've known have not been good for me. So I'll do a live on that as well over the next few days. So keep asking questions, and you can email me, you can PN me on Facebook. Hi Richard, you can email info@quantumsobriety.com. I'm on Instagram as well, and these videos are going onto YouTube. They're going onto our website, quantumsobriety.com. So you can watch these videos in loads of different places. You can get in contact with us in loads of different places. And I look forward to meeting you in person on the tour if you're coming. So absolutely great, really excited about all of this, and yeah, it's starting on Monday the 15th in London, 6:30 in Victoria, so it's a central London location, and yeah, looking forward to it. Bye, see you tomorrow.